Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 5 trades. Today's date is November the 12th and I'm using my new Trigger Zones trading system. Should realize by now that lately I've been trading futures as they are producing day in and day out the largest number of ticks and of course money, as you can see down at the bottom. But I've been trading Forex for 17 years, so I've only recently, over the past few months, been doing futures, as one of my trading buddies suggested that I should look into futures as it moves a lot more and pays a lot more. Now about over the past 6 weeks or so, I came across what I would call the magic indicator. It's this right here. I cannot stress how fantastic this is. I call it Trigger Zones, TZ, short version, Trigger Zones. It really pinpoints the beginning of the buy cycles and the beginning of the sell cycles. Love it. It is fantastic. I put that right on top of the timing indicator. It is 10 times better than any other oscillator that you will come across. Much, much more efficient. And once I put that onto my system here, I call this my Holy Grail trading system. Now, of course, I'll get traders saying there's no such thing as a Holy Grail or magic indicator. But when you're pulling in, 200 to 500 pips a day, I don't know, what would you call it? And just looking at the totals down here, I got, and I'm only guessing, probably 300 or more pips and ticks today. This magic indicator helps to find the beginning of the up and down cycles within the market. You can easily trade all 3 trading sessions 24 hours a day. I call that the flow of the market. So moving on to the trades. Now, before I took the trades, I drilled down the lights from the higher time frames. Once I realize the higher time frames, what the direction I want to be going, I manually pop in an arrow. It reminds me I want to be selling it, as on this euro yen trade. And remember, but around 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm putting my daily trade plan together. And if you had the daily trade plan, you would be making lots of pips like I am, day in and day out. So if you don't have it, I highly recommend you get your hands on my daily trade plan. So let's see now. Here's my daily trade plan for the euro yen. Down, watch for bearish trade. I only put together 20 or so instruments that move the most, pay the most, as that's what I am interested in doing. I don't bother with the really slow moving pairs. So selling it, let's see where I got in at. Took the trade here. This is a slower moving pair, but it still gives you pips. Went 3 pips against me. Should have got out over here, but I didn't see it till over here. So I just decided to close out the trade being happy with about 7 pips. And 7 pips on the euro yen paid $614. Okay, next trade, Dow Jones. Keep in mind that the futures, they do jump a lot more up and down. Got to be careful at 9:30 in the morning. This is the opening bell. I knew after I drilled down the lights I wanted to be buying it, but the opening bell here did a complete, like this testing of this support over here. So I knew I just had to hang around and wait till it came back in my favor. So let's see where I got in at. Right here at this cursor. Closed it out. Just being very happy with looks like 60 pips. Keep in mind that each pip or tick, whatever you want to call it, on the Dow Jones pays $5 a pip, and so those 60 ended up paying me $3,000. Moving on to the Euro Ozzy trade. Here's another one. After I drilled down the lights, I knew the higher time frames was saying to sell. There was the beginning of the cycle right on this line. Cycle, pinpointed it. Let's see where I got in. When this candle closed, I saw the cycle starting here. Took the trade. It never went 1 pip against me. And I closed it out at this point, just again being happy with 46 pips. Let's see, 46 pips. And those pips on the Euro Aussie paid $3,441. And this trade, just taking a closer look at it, also did qualify a great way to trade, exactly the way I teach within the training videos, using the goal line and the indicators down here, top and bottom. Anyhow, moving right along, S&P 500. Here's another one after drilling down the lights. Wanted to buy it because the higher time frames was suggesting that. And here is the cycle. Don't you just like this magic indicator? Went down, gave me the signal there to buy. Let's see where I got in at. Well, bang right on as I got the signal, pull the trigger. Now the opening bell, which was right here, expect something like this, but not a big deal. I just had to hang around and wait. And wait. Could have made a lot more, just to let you know. But, you know, I figured 200 or more pips a day. Like I'm very happy with that. And let's see, S&P 500 pays $5 a pip. And that would be approximately right. That's 110 pips times 5 would be exactly $5,500. Trading is easy, at least it is for me, once I establish the overall trend. And then I just have to follow the gold line. That's why I painted it gold. Because, you know, at the end of the gold, you're going to get your hands on some gold. I love this TZ indicator. Works like magic. Anyhow, NASDAQ. Be careful with this one because it pays 4 times more than the S&P 500. Pays $20 a pip. And it can jump around, as it did right here at the opening bill. Now, I knew I wanted to buy. There's the beginning of the cycle. And it decided to pull this trick. But not a big deal. Let's see where I got in at. Cycle started here. I jumped on or in the trade. Did go against me, but I wasn't too worried about it. The very 2 highest time frames, and I can show you that in the daily trade plan. But anyhow, I'll do that in a moment. Looks like I locked in approximately 62 pips. So 62 times 2 times the lots I did. That comes out to be $12,540. Now, as you can see in the last 2 trades, it did go down first, which I could have traded that, and then it went up. But I pulled the trigger before it went down, and that's what I was trying to explain on the trade plan. NASDAQ, the 2 higher time frames, monthly and weekly on both of them, were up. So it did go down first, as it says right here, down and down. That's why this one says bearish. So you could have traded both directions. The down move, especially if you drop it down to the 5 minutes. I teach all of these advanced tips and tricks within the training videos. If you drop it down to the 5 minutes, you can trade both directions. And here you go. Let's bring the blue box in. Here we go. Here is the down cycle to grab, let me see. This is NASDAQ. That's 70. That's 70 pips. So that's, and then of course the up cycle starts right here, pumping out 141 pips. So if you're the type of trader who likes to be trading on the 5 minutes, I highly recommend that you get this trigger zones, because every time you catch the beginning of the cycle, you're going to make ticks and pips. See, this is a pullback down, and then as soon as you get it, away it goes. Anyhow, I generally, as a rule, like to go in the direction of the higher time frame, so that's why I took it here. But this is what happens. The market is very random, and once you know that it's going to go up with 95% certainty, you just hang around and wait. And this is where all new traders, and even if you've been trading 2 years, you are still considered a new trader. It does take more than 2 years to learn how to trade. So, and you need a lot of education. If you don't buy the education, you'll never ever succeed at trading. First you buy the education, then you do the homework, and then you paper trade for quite some time, and eventually you switch over to a live account. Because if you go too quickly to a live account, the only one you're going to make happy is your broker. Because guaranteed, he's going to take your money from you. So instead of giving the broker the money, take the money and buy education. That's a very good tip for the day. So another great day of trading. Great way to end the week here. I just added up all the pips and ticks. I ended up with 285. I told you it was going to be well over 200. So those 285 pips paid out $25,095. So if your system is not producing on a daily basis like my trigger zone system, I suggest you get your hands on it. And if you want to get some more information, all you have to do is look right below this video. And you'll see this right up. It's my trigger zone system. I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. If you don't learn that, and that's exactly what this TZ indicator, along with the timing indicator, it shows you the exact flow, the up and down, or the cycles, whatever you want to call it, but you have to learn that. Anyhow, my system has 5 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Now it does come with 6 MT4 templates, 8 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. I threw in a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and 9 bonus videos. This is all just bonus stuff, and it should help you to learn a lot more about trading the markets. There's a lot of information and education within here. Now, there's a lot of ways that I teach. My number one way, of course, is a great way to trade. Most of my trades, day in and day out, qualify as a great way to trade. Now, because there's so many different ways to trade the markets, that's why I made or produced 50 training videos. Now, I'm not going to read everything in here as we're running short of time. Just put this video on pause. And if you have any questions at all, just pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. If you live too far, simple again, just send me an email. Remember, there's an underscore right here. Now, I really do prefer Skype. All you got to do is click on this link and we'll have a Skype connection. And through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session. I'll answer your questions, show you whichever trigger system you want to see, give you some tips and tricks. Remember, I do that with no obligation to you. Now, if you click on this link right here, you'll see 35 screenshots of all the trigger systems I've been building over the years. So that just about wraps up this day of trading, and this week of trading wraps up this video. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until next week in the next video, good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.